Well, it's almost time for warmer weather, and in this video, we're gonna be checking out a portable water sprayer that could make being outdoors a whole lot more fun for a variety of reasons. It's from a company called Teslong. It holds 12 liters of water, collapses down flat when it's not in use, has a USB-C rechargeable battery that it runs on, and a multi-use head that can give you, I don't know, the option to wash off your UTV, wash off your feet, wash off your dog, take it camping with you, take a shower in it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it, but make sure you check out the rest of this video to see if it's worth your while. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this thing so we can see what's inside, what you're going to get. Got a little tab down here, and then, oh, nice, just kind of folds up. Let's see what is inside. Right here on top, you've got a USB cable in your wrapper with your instruction manual. Also looks like a quick start manual for getting things started. Let's see if we can figure it out. Piece of cardboard on top. The unit itself wrapped in plastic. Okay. Just kind of be careful so nothing falls out. Ooh, nice and compact. Look at that. Handle. Oh, let's get to it. Then we have down below, looks like a bladder for water. Handle up here, folds flat, nozzle up here. And then the only thing left in the box here is a nozzle with different adjustable heads. I assume this is gonna go, if I could get it out, yeah, right here on this guy. Looks like you can change these out. Aha, got it. You can change these out with kind of a quick change head. So several different ways to do it. Let's go ahead and try to put it together. Okay, so according to the quick start guide, which is actually pretty good and easy to understand, there are two pieces to this product here. This is the top, the lid, but it also is housing the hose. There's the end that we're gonna connect to the bucket, and the sprayer, which is wound around this kind of reel here. So we would, good grief, unwind this just around like that. But this is collapsed for storage. So we're gonna go ahead and place this down, push firmly, and just kind of start pulling up. It's actually pretty handy for storage. So there's your bucket, and you can see down here on the bottom, this is the pump. So we've got a power button and then a USB-C charging port right there. That's gonna be handy. Everything is self-contained underneath the bottom of the bucket. This is your pump, which actually balances it really nicely because all the weight is down here at the bottom. When you set it down, it just feels like it's not going anywhere. It's a really good design. Then we can take this off here. I guess if you wanted to, this also acts as a lid. There we go. Yeah, so this kind of clicks on here. Nice. Clicks on here as a lid. You could leave it up like this when you're storing if you didn't want to break it down, but the lid sticks on there. How we get it off? Oh, just pressure comes off. There's not really a click to it. It does set in there nicely, but yeah, no real click. It just kind of sets on there and then you lift it off. Then what you do is you connect your hose. It looks like you will have to disconnect this for storage and every time, but you connect your hose right in here. If you'll see, there is a hole right there. On the side, we're gonna connect our hose in here. And I just wanted you to see this up close. This is where the hose connects to the bucket. And you kind of see this black tab here, this black circle rim. If you press that in, it's kind of hard to show this while also doing it, you can release the hose. So you can press that in and release the hose, but if you want to install it, just simply press it in firmly and it will seat in there. You can't pull it out. If you press this in and then pull out, which I'm trying to do without covering up the hose, you kind of have to press on two sides. But pressing that in allows you to release the hose. It's actually quite easy. Then once that's done, you can collapse the bucket for storage without pinching anything down in here, because that down there is where the hose would be connected. So make sure you disconnect this before you collapse this for storage. And look at all this hose that you have. Now you would place your lid on the top. There we go. And then when you're done, you could just pull this up here and wrap it around. Yeah. Keeps all this cord and cable, hose, whatever you want to call it. It's very small, out of the way. And that is what it looks like all assembled. And you saw how long it took, not very long at all. All right, now that we're all set up, let's take it out and use this thing, see what the pressure's like, see what the battery life does, and see just how useful this is to have around. And then I also want to highlight the two heads that are on this sprayer. I do like the way that this feels in the hand. It's got a big giant, not even a button, just kind of a activation switch right here. And it has a quick connect section here with two heads. So let me disconnect. You just kind of pull down on this collar here and you can connect with this. I don't believe that's proprietary. I've seen that on other things, but when you press this down in here, you'll feel it connect. Maybe I have to pull this down. There we go. We hear a click. See that? Now we're seated in there. There we go. That locks. So you want to turn, push it down in. There we go. Push it down in, push and turn. And that locks it in. So the first head has a couple different types of output. We have a flat, we have a kind of a jet, then there is a shower function, and this looks like a little bit of a finer fan or flat. You can select those by turning, and you'll hear an audible click on each one, and it has a little area here that it tells you what that is. So that's a straight, fine, shower, wide, and this is more of an angled tip there. Pretty handy. And then if we press down and unlock this, we can pull it out. There we go. And we have a second head that clicks in here. This has a brush on it with one nozzle in there that seems more like an angled angle. So you could stick this on something and, scrub it with this if you're really trying to clean it. Maybe like a boat or a piece of furniture, but you have these bristles on it along with the nice handle itself. So yeah, these are the two head options, and this is what you get with the Teslong mini sprayer / washer. All right, we've got all our supplies here. We have filled up our extra bag of water, which I showed you in the studio, but I wanted to fill it up. It's pretty heavy. It's got a nice top on it that kind of locks in there, and the handle's pretty handy. I think I earlier said this is 2 liters of water capacity. It's 12 liters. And if you want to come up and take a look, it's mostly full. So we are most of the way full. Very carryable at this weight. I mean, it's not super heavy. We have our hose connected here to the side, essential. And then I have charged this up fully. And you can see right here, if I press the button, we get a green light. Oh, now we hear the little motor kicking on. So we're all set to go here. And we're gonna try to wash off our dirty Polaris behind us, because this time of year, we're not going to the beach. We're washing mud off of things. And I've got the multi-nozzle here. I'm gonna try for this shower nozzle. I've never used this before, so I'm just gonna play around with it. We're gonna work on it together here, see how it does and see how long this battery lasts. So let's try it out to start. Here we go. Oh, it took a minute to get it pressurized. There we go. So this is the shower nozzle. And that's a pretty good little spray. Look at that. I'm impressed. 72 PSI. Look at how it cleans that mud off there. I should have done this a while ago. Dang. Check it out. All right, let's try something else. Oh, okay, that's not as focused as I thought. Not bad. A little bit more concentrated. I mean, this really is like a little mini pressure washer. I could see this one being really good for like your feet on boots because it's concentrated. I don't know if you can see that here. It's real small. That would be really good for specifics. Say we're getting the tires here, the mud in the tires. You can be really accurate. Whereas the big shower just kind of goes everywhere, probably twice or 4 times as wide. Let's try some of the others. I don't know what that even means. Oh, that's the more, see, I feel like these are a little off. This says it's a wide spray, but that is a pinpoint spray right there. Yeah, I kind of don't like that one, but that's powerful. Oh, and this is like, this would be for watering flowers, or like if you were at the campsite, I'm not pointing that at me right now, it'd be cold, but if you were at the campsite trying to wash yourself off, this is what you'd want right here. It's like water flowers, throws water kind of wide and everywhere. So that makes sense. And I think what's happening here is the bottom, and that's where I was confused. The bottom is the indicator. They should have an arrow, but now we're on the shower. This is, yeah, the wide. This is the concentrated, and that is the stream. Okay, so your little notch here tells you what setting you're on. That should have been more obvious. I assumed it was the top, but no, it's the bottom. So that's where it is. I think my favorite is probably this one right here. Actually, no, that's not it. It's this one. Yeah. Look at how easily that just works the mud off of this UTV. I'm impressed. I didn't think it would do this at all. I mean, look at the wheel well. Really disgusting. Just washes it right off there. You know, something I just realized would be really handy. I like to wash the wheels off on my truck without washing the whole car, so I could just take this out to the driveway to my wheels. I could spray them down, spray, scrub, and then spray them down to rinse them when I'm done. That would be super easy. I mean, I'm impressed with how much pressure comes out of this tiny little cord. I mean, I thought this hose was going to be, you know, really incapable of getting a lot of water out quickly. My only concern about this hose is right here. You're kind of developing a kink toward the edge. I'm a little worried about that. It's the way it wraps, but the ergonomics of this handle here, and I like the quick release. Now you're probably supposed to depressurize before you do this. No, that's not bad, but you can switch out to the other nozzle that has kind of a sprayer with a brush on it. I think that'd get pretty messy if you were right here on it, so I'm gonna stick with this one. I mean, I've got no complaints about this. It seems to do exactly what it says it's gonna do. You can take your extra water with you and pick this up and move with it without really any effort. And then when you're done, you can actually remove the hose by pressing it on that black gasket. Make sure you turn the pump off or it will shoot out of here. Don't ask me how I know that. Ah! Oh my gosh! But this to me is like a secret weapon that you can take this completely off, and they have a place to store it on the lid here. I'm impressed with that because I had a different brand that did the same thing. And the question the whole time you used it was, where am I going to store this hose? How do I keep it up off of things? And the fact that you can take the hose completely off, stick it up here on the lid, wind it around. I like this. I like that a lot. And then you're good to go. You're ready to go. That's my only worry right there, though. The kink on the end of this hose, you just got to be careful with that and make sure that you don't pinch that off permanently. But as you can see, it does a really good job washing just kind of subtle debris off. Now this was serious dirt, and this is not completely clean, but it's a lot better than when we started. You got all the big stuff off of there. Certainly if we just came off a trail, or if we were coming off a beach and washing the sand off of our feet or something like that, this would be the easiest way to do it. I think I'm going to take it home in summer, try it out on my dog. So this is the Teslong portable, I'm going to call it pressure washer because that's pretty good. 72 PSI, 12 liter capacity with expandable bag. Check it out for yourself. You might really like it.